Hello everybody, and welcome to part 14 of the Revenants Gaming Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster commentary. This is Loghain F. So to start this part off, we're going to some older towns in the playthrough to get levels 1 to 3 white and black magic for our knight and our ninja. So first we get Cure, Protect, and Blink for the knight. I'm not going to use most of these, I'm just kind of showing you guys like what you can do if you want. So yeah. Fire by this point is completely worthless, like the enemies are just too strong. Thunder. Sleep I used in one of the earlier parts, there's no point. Focus, I know for a fact I am not going to use in this part, so yeah. Alright, that was Cornelia. Now we're going to Pravoka. And this is where we're going to get level 2 spells. And this is where we're going to get the level 2 spells. And one of these we actually do use quite a few times in later playthroughs. And no, in later moments. Invis, never use that. Silence. I feel like I could use that, but I just know I'm not going to because I've recorded everything for the playthrough. It's just a matter of editing and putting in my commentary, so yeah. Alright. So anyway, yeah. So the level 2 black magic spells. Alright, so Blizzard, I know I'm not gonna use that. Temper, I am definitely gonna use Temper in quite a few subsequent boss fights. So that'll be fun. So alright. So now we're in Elfheim. And level 3 spells. Again, I don't know, like, I'm just doing this to show you guys that you can. Fire, don't use that. Thunder, don't use that. Foker. I really, in hindsight, it's probably, I'm probably wasting time. I was probably wasting time by doing this, but again, I'm just showing you guys you have the option. I'm just showing you guys you have the option to do this. Okay. Alright. And, oh yeah, this is going to be another short part. The editing is a bit crap. It is not the best because I made a pretty crucial... It took me a few tries to edit this because Steam recording was not working with me. So I had to do this part quite a few times. There are multiple parts that I had to record for multiple times, and it was very, very frustrating. I mean, I'm trying to find a new editing program. So far, the ones I've tried, I haven't had much luck with, so I'm having to go with the very user-unfriendly CapCut. Yeah, I don't know why I halted there, but anyway. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was kind of a sloppy cut, but anyway. So we're going to the Waterfall Cavern, and yeah, so you're probably going to notice with these parts, I do that I'm kind of breaking the no-show random encounter rule, and when I do this, it's typically in parts like these where I don't if I were to cut them all, I would barely have any footage, so might as well leave them in, even if they're not very special encounters. You know, it just makes the video a bit more entertaining and lengthens it a bit. Alright. Because I made the mistake with an earlier part where the video was like 6 minutes long. This video is going to be like a little over 8 minutes, so yeah. It's something, but yeah. Waterfall Cavern. Okay. So yeah, this area is pretty straightforward. Like, we're just gonna fight some enemies that by this point aren't really a threat. But yeah, and as you can see, as I mentioned in an earlier part, Holy, the only white magic spell that affects everything. Yeah, because the Dia tree is only good against undead enemies, as you've seen. Now it's really effective against undead enemies, like practically whatever Dia spell you get at that stage in the game, it's practically an insta-kill, or almost anyway, so yeah. yeah, it turned a mini boss into nothing. So yeah. So yeah, at the rate we're going, we're gonna try and have 3 parts up a week. And at the time I'm recording this, we recently posted part 9. So I'm hoping we just keep the momentum going to make up for lost time. Get the views up so more people are engaged, and because I want this channel to gain some success. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be like something like brain scratch commentaries where they have an incredible following, but if we could get a sizable amount, that's good. But yeah, I feel like when I get into the Final Fantasies that are more well acclaimed, like 4, then I'll gain a lot more traction because I'll have more to talk about than just the gameplay, because Final Fantasy 4 is where the stories of the series really started coming into their own, even though Final Fantasy 4 story isn't exactly perfect. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. At the rate we're going, probably middle/into next year, we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, so I mentioned in an earlier part that I don't really use the status healing items. Well, when I was recording this footage, I ran across that I wasn't exactly being truthful. So yes, this is one of the rare occasions where in a battle I do use the status healing item. The gold needle, which heals the stone condition, or petrify, whatever you call it. So yeah. As you can see, yep, just using Diara because I could use Diaga, but I just figured it would kind of be a waste. I just figured it'd kind of be a waste, so yeah. I didn't want to take my chances with Quake because I don't think it would work against the cockatrice because they're floating in the air. Like, I just didn't attempt it. I could have tried Scourge, honestly, because I showed off in an earlier part that Scourge insta-kills everything if it hits. So, but, coulda, woulda, shoulda, so they say. Oh yeah, the Wizard Staff. That move is going to be used for the Black Mage. I think I equip it in the later part, but yeah. Yeah, and Defender, that's an upgrade for the Knight. And yeah, Ruby Armlet, it's an upgrade for the armor of pretty much, for our mages. So I'm doing that. Ribbon, I'm actually surprised. Like, I didn't actually use the ribbon in this part, which is because which is a bit sad, but Okay, so the Warp Cube. This will not come in handy right away, but it will be handy when we're going to fight the Fiend that is later on. So, yeah. As always, thank you guys for watching, and this is Loghain F signing off. I'll see you guys in the next part. Right.